Hello friends, welcome back to Pokemon Red, the worst final evolutions. When we last left off, we just finished up Pokemon Tower. I had a run-in with a few Snorlaxes that I wanted to destroy really badly. And we acquired the 6th member of our team, good old Mark the Lickitung. So now, we are going to continue our adventure by going to explore the Safari Zone. Now, in the Safari Zone, there are a lot of Pokemon that are pretty rare catches, so it is a good place for catching Pokemon, but I don't necessarily care about that right now. What we are going to go and find is the Surf HM, which is being offered as a prize for reaching the end of the Safari Zone. And there is also a set of gold teeth hiding in the Safari Zone that were dropped by the Safari Warden. And if we find them and return them to him, we will get the Strength HM, which is another required move for progression in the game. And then once that's all taken care of, what I'm going to do... I'll try catching a few of these things. I want to see if my luck is pretty good. Especially finding a Kangaskhan right off the bat, too. Oh my goodness, my luck seems to be doing pretty good so far. Oh boy. First turn Kangaskhan, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't have to catch these Pokemon, but at the very least, it's kind of fun to see if I can get them. I'm probably just going to go for the rare ones. I don't really need to do anything like the Nidorans or Parises, since I've already got a really good one on my team. We'll see if Execute's, see if Execute can cut it. Yes, one of the things in the Safari Zone here, since you don't battle any of the Pokemon, you only toss balls, or you can toss bait or rocks to alter the catch and running away rates. Kind of a fun diversion from what you're normally used to in the game. Oh my goodness, I'm doing pretty good. Now you only get 30 balls before you have to leave, or if you take more than 500 steps, you are escorted out of the Safari Zone. But I do like the Safari Zone. Just, it is different, and there are a lot of rare Pokemon that can be found here, which does make it feel like it's its own excursion. Now, like I said, I won't be using any of the Pokemon that I catch here, but it is kind of fun to see if I can catch any of the rare Pokemon. Now, those being, oh, heh. I am completely stocked up on items. I forgot to sell the balls, too. Okay. What I am going to do is I'm gonna have to leave for some item sort out in my PC, and I was kind of hoping to save that until the very till near the end, after I'd finished my trek here in the Safari Zone, but it looks like I have to do a few deposits beforehand. Sweet! That's another one. Now, of the Generation 1 flying types, I think Doduo and its evolution Dodrio are actually my favorites. They're just incredibly reliable, and I've certainly been using it a lot more on my playthroughs through Kanto, and I even did one run on Emerald in Generation 3 where I used a Dodrio and absolutely loved it. So Dodrio's got a special spot in my heart. But anyways, now the reason I am leaving this way and not as opposed to just flying out of here, and I'm not 100% sure if this would actually occur, because Generation 1 is full of glitches, and one of the most infamous ones is what is known as Glitch City. And with Glitch City, it requires the Safari Zone and a bit of an exploit where if you save your game after like trying to leave and then going right back in, then you save your game and turn it off and then turn it back on again, and then leave normally, and then go about your adventure. The 500 step count was never turned off. So then you'll go about, do whatever you want. Once you've walked 500 steps, you'll actually be brought back to the Safari Zone gate. But then if you leave, because the game wasn't expecting you to do that, you'll come out and all of the sprites on the overworld will be completely jumbled up. And I've never actually attempted it. It's easy enough to do. Like, the steps are not really difficult at all. But I don't necessarily want to attempt it for fear of doing something stupid. There we go. We'll just get a few. We're just depositing a few items. We don't have to be incredibly specific. I'll be coming back here and doing a whole bunch of TM reorganization after. Just deposit you. I'm not using items in battle, so the Poke Flute is useless. And I'll be doing stat ups after, too. Yeah, that's good for now. I don't need a lot, but I do need a few spaces. Anyways. Back to the Safari Zone we go. For real this time. Okay. Anyways, yeah, with the Glitch City thing. I've seen it done before, and it looks really interesting to do as a means to test how broken the Generation 1 games are. But I don't want to chance it, just in case. Now, I mean, my favorite glitch that I used to do all the time when I was a kid was the infamous missing no glitch. And I abused the heck out of that glitch when I was younger. Specifically for getting a whole bunch of nuggets and rare candies and rare TMs and master balls. Like, I just had fun with that. Nowadays, I'm definitely a lot better as a trainer of Pokemon in these games, so I don't I'm not an abuser of those glitches anymore, and I'm kind of glad for that, because I feel like I do have a lot more fun taking my time making Pokemon stronger the way the game intended, and not just getting like, oh, here we go, rare candies to level 100, suddenly I'm the strongest. And especially because I've learned the inner mechanics of Pokemon when it comes to like training for real. So like, if you were to raise them purely on rare candies, they would be at their absolute weakest. And if you were to train them normally, like with all the battles and understanding how what they call effort values and individual values, as a means to differentiate the Pokemon themselves. It's much more fun to see just how strong you can make a Pokemon just by putting in a little effort to train. Anyways, these wild Pokemon are getting really bothersome, but I don't want to use a repel because I'm actually having fun with this. And like I said, my intention is to get to the end and get the Surf HM. So I'm not trying to dawdle too much. Like I am keeping an eye on my step count. I'm just not sure. I want to say there's a hidden item in that little patch there that I just walked past. This is pretty blank here as it is. But I'm not too sure. I know there's a few items I come across. I think this is the spot where Chansey is at its most common. Oh, all the joys of trying to catch Chansey. That's, it's all up to chance. Haha, pun. Alright, let's see if I can catch a Rhyhorn. Well, I haven't had any runaways yet. Now, if I remember correctly, I think a Safari Ball... Oh my goodness, I caught it. Man, my luck is pretty good right now. If I remember correctly, Safari Balls have a chance of catching Pokemon equivalent to a Great Ball, so you get a 50% boost on the catch rate. But a lot of the Pokemon here do have low catch rates, so like not entirely abysmal, but they are low. Oh, pardon me there. So it's kind of fun to watch as the equivalent of a Great Ball is catching them at full health. But when it comes to the mechanics that the Safari Zone introduces with the bait and rocks, how the mechanic is supposed to work is if you throw bait at a Pokemon, they are less likely to flee, but less likely to be caught. And if you throw rocks, they are more likely to be caught, but they're also more likely to flee. And the mechanic themselves is pretty cool. Kind of close there. Okay, there's the gold teeth for the Safari Warden. Let's just hope I can get to... Yeah, I think... Yes, I did remember that one. Just gotta get to here. There we go. So I am the first person to reach it. There we go. And now I've got Surf, which I can't use until I beat Fuchsia City Gym, but I'm not intending to go that far just yet. What do we got? 42. I wonder. I think there's something down here, perhaps, but I'm not 100% sure. Nope. Well, I might as well just expend what I got left. Anyways, as I was saying with the bait and rock mechanics, it's kind of weird how like you can use a bait and a Pokemon could flee right away because their chances at fleeing are incredibly high. Or you could use rocks and like it never seems to work, and then the Pokemon just flees by itself. So a lot of trainers, myself included, it's really just a case of throw ball, throw ball, throw ball, throw ball, throw ball, and just pray it works. And ironically enough, that seems to be the most effective strategy. That's how I usually catch a lot of my Pokemon too. But anyways, here is the Safari Warden who has lost his gold teeth. So we'll pop in the teeth. Nice kid, no one can understand a word that I said. I couldn't work that way. Let me give you something for your trouble. And here we get Strength. Okay. So I will be teaching this one right away. Let's just do what I want to teach it to. It's either Mark or Burrows. And I want one of these guys to get Body Slam. One of these guys is going to get Body Slam. You know what? I'm going to give it to Mark. What we get rid of? Well, I'm going to be teaching it a whole bunch of moves here shortly, so I'm just going to get rid of Stomp here. A lot of the moves I'm going to be teaching Mark are going to be special based. More specifically, one of these. So make room for Surf. Yep, we are going to get rid of Disable. And learn Surf. There we go. So when I eventually can use Surf, I can use Surf from Mark. And then I can start crossing water, which is really good. So now I can push boulders, and I got a free rare candy. Go me! Okay. With that is the first thing that I set out to accomplish today, so good job, team. Now we are going to do... I'm going to go here, and I do have reasons for that. The first reason is I'm going to be doing a bit of a run-through with the TMs that I've got on me, including the ones I got in my PC box here. because my team... Oh, yeah. Because my team is now all assembled and at their final stages, I will be taking a look at the TMs and seeing if there's any useful moves that I can teach them from what I've got. And once I've done that, that'll be the finish to that, and I'll just be... Oh, well, I'm going to be completely... Now that I think about it, I'm going to be completely reorganizing everything that I got here anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and deposit a whole bunch of things. More room for the TMs. Okay, so we'll just do that. That. This is why I'm really glad that the later games were a lot more efficient when it came to their usage of the PC machine. Okay. I can get rid of the HMs here since I have now taught their move. Okay, there we go. So what do I have here? Egg Bomb, which is completely useless. Skull Bash, which they can all learn, but I don't like Skull Bash. Double Team. Well, to be frank, I don't necessarily use evasion boosting moves, but it might not be the worst idea to hold on to. Okay, so I'm going to keep those TMs there. Do a good old mass withdrawal. I know some of these moves I was saving specifically for this point in the game. I can think of it off the top of my head. Oh, didn't mean to get the town map, but I suppose that's a good thing to use as a check mark. Bide. Nope, not using you. Thunder Wave. No one can learn that, so it's effectively useless. Seismic Toss. Okay, Mark can learn it, but I'm going to be teaching it 2 other moves later, so Seismic Toss is useless to me. Same thing again. Mark could learn Mega Punch, but I'm teaching it other moves. Everyone can learn Rest, so I'm going to quick deposit Rest. So I'm so glad in the later games you can just carry everything instead of this like 20-25 item limit. So withdraw. So yeah, at least the town map will be a good check mark to where I stopped. Yeah, that TM24 is one of the moves I want to teach. Thunderbolt. Okay. TM10. TM2. Pretty soon I should be running into Ice Beam, which is another move I was wanting to teach. So what do we got? TM8. Body Slam, yes. I want to teach that one to Captain Burrow, and the reason being, Body Slam has a 30% chance of inflicting paralysis. And the funny part is, combine that with Bind, and that's kinda good, because then that means it's guaranteed to be slower. And if I want to get real technical and want to teach it like something like Fissure, the odds of making it work are a lot better. So, Body Slam is going to work a lot better, and mostly because Mark's move slots are going to be completely filled up here in just a moment. Going for Thunderbolt, yes, so we'll get rid of Supersonic. Mark with Thunderbolt. So let's teleport. So what do we got here? Horn Drill. Okay, nothing on my team can learn Horn Drill. Double Edge. I'll save Double Edge. TM10. Just so I don't lose track of that. TM10. There we go. And the reason I want to save Double Edge, it is a very powerful move, but it does cause recoil, which I can't use healing items in battle, so I want to be very cautious of that. Okay, Razor Wind's useless. Ice Beam, there we go. That is going to Mark as well. I mean, it could go to Fang, but its normal moves are pretty strong to deal with anything, and I'm not getting rid of Bubble Beam because it kind of defines Fang's character right now. It's the rat that uses the water gun, or in this case, the bubble gun. Okay. So, next, I will just sell these TMs here to start making some room, because I'm not switching out these 6 anytime soon, so I might as well get a little money for my trouble. Some TMs will stay behind, but it's much more efficient to me if I just use these TMs as a quick source of income. Oops, can't sell the town map. There we go. Okay, that's the first batch down. And I know there's going to be some TMs that I will be getting later that will have a very good use for me. Examples being the TM06 Toxic that I'll get from defeating the 5th gym, which I'll probably put on King Zing. It can be put on anyone, actually. Toxic is a very versatile move, but my plan, I think, is I'm going to put it on King Zing. Unless I can figure out some... and those are the ones I deposited, okay. Unless I can figure out some good use for... nope, don't need Tri-Tac. And I don't really need Counter, since I don't want my team taking damage. Yeah, back to what I was saying. So if I can figure out some of the new moves that I'm going to be getting, like there's TM06 Toxic, there's TM26 Earthquake, which is probably going to be another move for Captain Burrow. Very, very strong ground move, will at least give it a little power, and I'm fairly certain a lot more Pokemon can learn it, but it would be the most effective user. Like in the case of someone like Dux here, I will be replacing Fury Attack with Slash, which is a high critical chance move, and it's also very reliable for a normal move. So I've already got its moves figured out. Tochuka here, its only other move that I could feel like it needs is Spore, which is its 100% accurate Sleep move, to replace Stun Spore. Every other move I have a use for. Fang I've already gone over its moves and why I want to keep them. Mark is already jacked up with a lot of special moves to begin with. So really that just leaves King Zing and Burrow for wanting to get some extra move power. But yeah, that's kind of the intended plan for remaining moves. I want to say I can find TM26 in the Silphco building in Saffron City. Not 100% accurate, or not 100% sure on that off the top of my head, but that's what I feel like is the spot where I'd get it. Okay, now I'll just take these out. For once, I'm actually going to be using them for their intended purposes and not selling them for a lot of money, as I tend to. Because I feel I can just give these guys a little bit of a jump, and maybe there'll be some dividends paid back. Okay, just use these up real quick here. HP up. Actually, I want to give that to the thing that I hope could take it. I'm going to give this to Tochka. It's pretty, it's kind of it's the not rock type bulky. Maybe give a little speed. Well, actually, I'll give this to King Zing. I'm kind of hoping it can be useful in dealing with the psychic types, which is going to be a death sentence if it's slower. So I hope it works. Oh, anyways, all right. So that was kind of my my item fest here with all my TMs and whatnot. So I'm going to use this oh-so convenient town map here. I'm just going to have it up on the screen here as I explain my next moves, and maybe me in editing will be able to show kind of where my my plan of attack is here, because what I want to do is get these Pokemon trained up a lot more. Their levels are pretty low in comparison to what I'll be facing, and I'm sure most people don't want to just watch me mindlessly grind against a few dozen trainers when I could get them trained off screen and then resume at the next spot to progress in the story. So the plan that I've got going here is I'm going to be going back and facing all of the trainers that I have skipped over to get more levels and more money for future endeavors in this playthrough. So the plan that I've got is... Oops. Maybe I can get this going here. So yeah, I'll be going to face... oh, didn't even know the SS Ant still had a lock on it. So there's the trainers along Route 11 here. I'll be facing them first, and then just back this up here. So yeah, then there's the trainers along Route 6, which I originally said I was going to use to train Ducks, but then Ducks ended up becoming pretty strong on the SS Ant, so I just kind of progressed alongside there. Oops, going the wrong way. Then there was all the trainers before and after in and after Rock Tunnel that I skipped. Then there was also the trainers in Pokemon Tower that I passed over. There was the trainers in Route 7 and 8 there. Well, actually no trainers in 7, but there were the ones on 8 that I skipped. And then there's a lot of trainers on Routes 12 through 15 that I glossed over, because all I was doing was trying to get the Super Rod. And then the trainers on Route 16, 17, and 18 on Cycling Road, where if you saw me battling a few of the trainers that were there beforehand, their levels had surpassed mine. So if I want to be cautious with this playthrough going forward, I'm going to need to train to get a few more levels going. Especially in the case of Mark, who's only level 23. And statistically, like, it's definitely on the low side. And that's one thing too. Its base stat totals, while not like far-fetched levels low, are still pretty low. Like, maybe its HP is its only good stat. As you can see, it even beats out some of my higher level Pokemon already. But that's kind of the intended plan that I've got. And once things are finished, I'll maybe go back, I'll get my items all resorted out so I have a pool of items fresh, ready to go. And then I'll continue the adventure from that point. Maybe I'll start with Koga at gym number 5 in Fuchsia City, beat him, and then I'll go to tackle the Silphco building and tackle the 11 floors of... Oh, is that 11 floors or 12? I can't recall. But I'll tackle all the floors of Silphco and finish that area off. And then that should... that'll get me a lot more levels on my guys, but I'll do that part on screen because that is a trek unto itself. And then we'll just continue the adventure from there. I'm thinking that my guys will be in the low 30s by the time I've battled all the trainers and got all the experience and everything as it stands. But that's when I will step back in and continue the adventure on from that point. So yeah, I'll cut the episode here and I'll begin the training grind from that point. Okay, so thank you very much for watching today. I know it wasn't too exciting, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an insight as to what I will be doing, and then once all is finished, we'll pick up from that. So anyways, take care, stay safe, and have a good day.